Genau. Was? Ich dachte, du hast hier deinen Schminkkoffer dabei.
Hello and welcome back. My name is VanessaBlank from Wild Woman Bushcraft, and today I have a crisis preparedness expert with me. This is Stefan. Stefan had also a German YouTube channel, Outdoor Chiemgau, and
Hello guys.
Stefan knows everything about blackout, prepping, and today I have him at my forest cabin, which I've built as a prepper and bugout cabin. And today I want that Stefan check out my cabin if I'm really prepared for a crisis or not.
Let's check it out. This is really cool guys, because you heard if someone steps inside your
Cabin.
If someone steps inside your cabin. Really cool, really easy, the best you can do.
Yeah, nobody thought that this footstep will make any sound when you came closer to the cabin. So I know every time when someone is coming to the door.
A good thing I found is the wildlife cameras Vanessa has here, because she gets a SMS on her handy if someone comes around the corner, around here, because they are not nearly to the cabin, they are looking in the wood, and so you can see if someone comes from 50-100 meters, and that's really cool. First rule of the survival rules is you can live 3 minutes without oxygen and you can live 3 minutes with critical bleeding. And so first thing I want to see is the first aid kit. Vanessa, let's see. Uh-oh. Starts good.
I have a first aid kit here, but I'm not sure if it is really enough. But we take a look.
We will see. Okay, let's see what's inside here. We have it called in German is Rettungsdecke. It's really cool stuff. You can do a lot with this thing. You can find water. You can do very.
Yeah, we tried to carry a person with this emergency blanket once, and it really works. So it is not only to warm the body. You can also, like Stefan said, do a lot more things with it.
Yeah. And now let's check out what's inside here. It's called Verbandpäckchen in Germany. Compressive bandage, and it's really cool to, if you cut something in, you can put it there. You can make a pressure bandage with this, and so really cool. The important things are here. Let's say it so. But what I put in this is also a tourniquet and Israel bandage, because you make wood here in the woods, and if you cut in and it's bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, it's not enough. So if you can take a tourniquet, you stay safe and you stay alive.
So this is the first critic, and I know it's true. I know it is not enough inside, so I had the plan to fill it complete, but I forgot it. So this is a really important point, not only for prepping, also for normal forest life. If you make wood or something else, you can always hurt yourself, and then it is better if you have a full emergency kit. This is a mistake that I make every time. Not emergency. No, I say it always wrong. But you know what I mean.
Okay, the next rule in the survival rules is warming. If you stay in the wood with just a t-shirt, it rains 10 degrees, and you stay in the night, you know what I mean, and so we call it, you can stay 3 hours without warming. So what have you done? Because in the winter here it will be really cold in Germany, in Bavaria.
Yeah, so I thought that this point is complete here in my bugout cabin. It is not perfect like I would have it because I want to be more autark. My dream is having a wood stove here inside of the cabin because wood is everywhere around. So, and this would be very easy to collect, but it is not allowed. So I had to find other possibilities to warm up the cabin. But I have different possibilities, so I think it is enough. But let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Ja, mag nicht.
Ist genug drin? Ach, der holt sich das jetzt quasi erst, oder wie?
Ja, ja, jetzt brennt er.
Echt? Ah ja, tatsächlich. Vanessa, how do you heat your cabin? Because in the winter time it's cold.
Yeah, I have here this Petroleum Oven, which works really good. I have a canister like this. This is 20 liters, and it was enough for 1 winter. But it doesn't heat every day the cabin. I only heat the cabin about twice a week, and then it is enough. You cannot say you need this part of petroleum because everyone heats different. So I don't heat over several hours, just 1 hour heating, 1 hour resting, and so. But this is not only my only heating option. I have also here this small camping heater, which works really good, but it works with gas. And I have a lot of candles. So these are grave candles, and they heat the cabin also very well. Sometimes in the winter months I just have several candles here surrounded in the cabin, and they are also enough to have a comfort temperature. Of course it is not the same as a heater in your home, but in an emergency situation
it's a really good thing.
Yeah, it is only about to stay alive and not have a comfort temperature.
You one light, one candle has 40 watt and one person has 80 watt. So if here stay 2 persons, we have 160 watt, and some candles, so you have 400-500 watt, and so you can heat the room, and not really warm, but you but not very cold. What you really need if you have something like this heat is a CO guardian, a coal monoxide guardian, because if you have no oxygen, then this will be your end.
Yeah, then all the crisispreparedness is for nothing. So I have, of course, this tool, and I always open the windows, make a cross air switch here in the room that I have good air, because otherwise you will die without you smell or feel anything before.
Yes, as a really important. Never forget. The next survival rule is water. You can't live without water longer than 3 days. And so, Vanessa, do you have a sea in the near, or do you have some river or something like this?
Yeah, I have a small creek here close to the cabin and also a big lake. But it is not so close to the cabin that I can carry the water the whole time, because it is too high weight. So I had to find something, or I found something to filter water here directly at the cabin.
Okay, let's see us.
The rainwater comes over the roof here into a pot. So, in this pot I collect my water, but of course it is only rainwater.
It is, das heißt, scheiße.
Shit.
Nein, nicht. Schaut nicht lecker aus.
So, yeah, of course it doesn't look clear and sober.
Nein, lass mich diese. Genau. It does not look very clear, so it's...
Yeah, of course you have a lot of needles inside and the flower parts, but it is water, and this is which is really necessary, so I had to filter it.
Rain is distillated water. This is really good water, but on the roof you have some dust, you have other things, you have some peat moths, birds,
Yeah.
and they shit really on your roof, and so you get this inside, and so you have to filter your water.
Yeah, because when you get ill, it would be in a crisis situation very bad if you have some virus infection or bacteria inside. So I have here two different possibilities to filter water. This here is a live straw water filter, which then you are able to filter bigger part of water very fast. And then I can pump it with this here in bags. So you can see here in water bag.
It's a water bulb.
This here is big enough to fill a bath tube. So
yes, you can put in 220 liters. So this is really enough for family, and this is a really cool stuff because inside this the water is clear for longer when it's something like this. And if you put some Micropur Forte tablets inside, then you can last it half year, 1 year inside, and it is always good water.
So of course I have also Micropur tablets here, and I have also the possibility to boil the water, which is always a good option.
Okay, next point is water. I can give a big okay, because with this Osmoseanlage you can drink every water, every sea. It doesn't matter what kind of water this is, you can drink everything. And she has 60 liters outside here on with her roof, so I don't think this will be a problem in
Any case.
in any case. So this is okay, definitely.
I will show you this water filter in one of my next video closer in detail, because for crisis preparedness this is really great.
The next survival rule is you can live 3 weeks without eating, but you are not the same person as normally if you don't eat something. So eating is impossible.
Important.
Genau. So eating is important. Vanessa, what do you have for eating?
I checked that I have different varieties for food. I have food where water is included. Then I have food where you need water to cook it. Then I have emergency food like this, Energy 5 food, which is really high concentrated, but Stefan said it doesn't taste great, but this doesn't matter in a survival situation. So
it's very dry.
Yeah, and then my idea is having only the basics in the cabin, but collect some fresh food from the nature. So for example, in fall you have the mushrooms, you have different berries, and you have the whole year over wild edible plants. And then you've got some fresh vitamins from the forest or from the meadows, and you have always something fresh on top to your meal.
This is a really good idea, because Energy 5 and something like this, it's not really a lot of vitamins drin and minerals. So if you get this from the nature, it's really good if you combine these things together, and this is your part, nature.
Yeah. In these boxes are mostly some food rations, not complete, but mostly. And I don't want to show you everything because that would be too much for a video, but only a few examples that you can see how different food crisis preparedness could be.
Okay, Vanessa, you have a lot of food inside here. How long can you live here without any supermarket?
Okay, this question is not so easy to answer because I have 3 kids, so I need more food than one person. If it would me alone, I could stay alive and having really good food for over 90 days.
Oh, okay.
So, and then it is the question how active you are. Do you just sitting around the whole day, or if you are really active and work something or collect something, make wood or something else, then you need of course more food than usual. But I think I had enough food for a long time here, or what do you think?
Okay, 90 days alone, so with 3 kids, 30 days I think. This is a really long time, and everyone knows Vanessa is here in the nature. She can find food in the nature, so I don't think this is a problem. I think this is okay. Sorry. Next part, I've seen it, electricity. Everyone lives with electricity round the clock. We had light, we had TV, we had all, and so it's not necessary, but it's really helpful. And I think it's a really survival thing, because you can get your coffee with it.
So of course I think it is not really necessary, but it is a nice option. I have here only the coffee machine and 2 different lights, but which is great for a survival or prepping situation is that I had also a small fridge here. If you catch, for example, a deer, you have only a few hours till the meat get a lot of bacteria and will be uneatable. So you had to cool it, or you had to put it in salt, but not many people have this much salt to do this process. So I have a cool box here where I can cool down in a very short time, and the coldness will stay a long time inside if I put out the energy.
Läuft dann nur mit Solar. Next point, I found something. This is really important. It's communication, because if she's out in the wood and breaks her leg, she can't call some help, because no handy function without
Energy.
Okay. No handy function without energy. So she has 2 radios, PMR radios. These are. You just can get about 1-2 kilometer in the wood with this. So I
prefer.
So I prefer some amateur radios like Baofeng, etc. But this is really good to have, because you can get some help or something else.
But the bad point is also that someone else could hear what you are talking, and maybe they found out where you are, your exact position, or some important informations, but everything had a good and a bad point.
That's it.
The hours in the evenings could be very long without anything to do. Everything is dark outside, so I have here different play possibilities for the kids and some different books, also survival books, wild plants or something else. And this is my sleeping area here, very simple, but everything that you need. Only the sleeping bags are collected in an aluminium box, because here is such a high water concentration in the air that they will get rotten very soon. That's it.
When you eat something, everything comes up here, goes out here. So you have to need a toilet. What have you done here?
So the first impression of many people could be you are in the forest, so you can shit in the forest. So, but it is also important to leave no traces. When you have a lot of toilet paper here in a radius about a few kilometers around your cabin, somebody will find out that there is a person or several persons who stay there for a long time. So leave no trace, and because of this I have here a compost toilet. Compost toilet means that you have one bag for the liquid, one bag for the hard part. So both are not mixed together, and you can just bring it out in the nature, the liquid part, and the harder part you can compost it, or you can just dig a hole and put it in the hole, cover it, and that's it.
Really good stuff, I can tell you. This is really, you can stay here, but something misses. The comics are not inside.
So you doesn't have to stay for such a long time in the toilet. And the next point is hygiene. Hygiene is also important in a survival situation or also prepping situation, crisis situation, because when you feel not well, everything will be bad. You have another feeling for your body if you are clean and if you can clean yourself. Not only the hands, but the hands are also important, because when you have some kind of bacteria at your hands and you eat something with these dirty hands, you have the bacteria inside of your body. So I have water here, I have soap, I have desinfectant, everything is there.
Really good, I can tell you. This is really top.
Thank you.
A really important thing is that nobody finds you. So Vanessa has put here some stealth nets, some camouflage, here with some
branches with needles inside. Branches, huh?
Branches?
Yeah.
Okay. With some branches inside, and what's really good is here, because this is not nature. Nothing straight you found in the nature, so you have to cut the lines with something like this, and so nobody sees you, because this is really good. And what I also promise you is to put a line straight out of here with some blocks or something, so you can hear if someone comes up to you, and then you can prepare for this, whatever he wants.
Yeah, some fishing line with bells on it, for example.
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah, and of course if you have a bugout camp, you must to know that in a really extreme situation, the worst scenario, people will come and rob you, rob your stuff, your equipment, want to hurt you to get this, and you have to fight against them. So you had to protect it, and you had to be able to protect it. But this is so many to talk, it would be too much for this video.
Yes, and what I always say is, if someone doesn't know that you are here, as he doesn't see you, no one can kill you.
Yeah.
So is it.
Okay, Stefan, now you see my complete forest cabin. Of course we cannot show everything to you because this would be too much for one video, but you see the different parts, you see if I have really enough food or enough the surrounding package. Are I prepared for a crisis or not? Or is there something where we say, this is not enough, or I would do it another way, or buy another equipment?
Definitely she is prepared for every crisis. Because she can stay here very healthy. Nobody is here. It's really cool here in the cabin. Also, I found it very well. I know where I have to go to
where you had to go in the crisis situation.
So
you will not find back to the cabin.
I know.
Or I lost you later in the woods.
No, it's really cool. You have done everything. First aid is just one thing. You have to the rest. Really cool. Also, I will have something like this.
Oh, I'm glad. So, okay, now I can sleep well because I can looking forward, but of course I don't looking for a situation like this. Everybody hope that nobody gets into such a situation, but it's always better to prepare yourself and your area around or your bugout camp for different situations, as have nothing prepared, and then you will have
everyone who
trouble.
is prepared can stay healthy through a crisis. That's it.
Yeah, and of course I know some of you would right now who's having such a cabin, so which normal person could buy something, or which normal person could spend so much money on it. But with this video I will start again my crisis preparedness series on YouTube, and I want to show you how it is possible to make something like this at home, like this as a family, and with not spending so much money. But if you are able to understand German or you have the subtitles, feel free to check out the channel from Stefan, Outdoor Chiemgau. I will put the link in the description, of course, because he is the expert for videos like that. He knows everything and he has a great knowledge, so feel free to check it out if you want. So thank you for being there, thank you for
show me this. This was very interesting for me.
And now we are out. Thank you for watching.
Stay prepared.
Bye bye.
Ciao.